And now we wait as the peaceful music plays. Alright, YouTube, you gonna wake up? Yes, you are gonna wake up! Greetings, everyone! I am Dr. J, and I've finished all the audio editing I need to worry about for today, so you know what? I'm gonna jump back into Pillars of Eternity. So, what's there to worry about for today? Well, the last time we played, I ended up getting somewhat stonewalled at Caed Nua because the creatures in the basement and the traps that lay there were starting to hamstring me unnecessarily. Attempted to go to the Craghold Bluffs, also didn't go so well because the enemies there are much better armed than I expected, honestly. I did not expect them to be as tough as they were. And because of that, my thinking is the best thing I can do at this point would be to actually resolve the main story thread. Or at least resolve it enough to where I feel comfortable going and doing the White March content. Because I think... Alright, so here we are.
Sure.
Taking the sights.
This is the place. My big brother's last battle. I wish I could tell you what we're looking for.
Adair scans the lush landscape before you in all directions. He presses his lips together.
Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain hasn't buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, alright?
That's one way to put it. Alright, so as per usual, I will focus on getting the boundary.
Too recent.
An Orland's Bramble Ring. Interesting. So 25 defense against... Alright, that's useful. Let's see, who doesn't have a ring right now? How does Durance not have any rings? Interesting that it's an Orland ring, too. Wonder if that has any significance. So we've got the river here.
Not much here.
Huh, druids. A man stands before you, his face smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
Hail, Estremor.
He bares his teeth that have been filed to fine points. Back to your village, Estremor. You are lucky the 3 Tustelgare hunted the quarry today. I'm looking for a group of people who may have already entered the ruin. So are we. He runs his thumb along the smooth wood of the spear. That is why we wait here, Estremor, and that is why I've decided to let you leave in peace. These individuals are my enemies too. If you let me in, I could bring them out for you. Ha! I'd allow even more Estremoran to trample sacred ground? Certainly not. Well, you already messed up once. What's the harm of doing it again on our account, seeing as how we're probably much nicer people? What will you do? We will wait. If they are inside, they must come out. And when they do, he slides a fingertip along the point of his spear and shows you the drop of blood. What do you know about this at the Clairbon Rilag? It is a sacred place of the builders, and neither your feet nor ours shall sully its stones. The grasses, however, I will gladly water with your blood. 3 Tustelgare? Have the farmers grown too fearful to even mention our name? We are the fiercest of the 6 tribes of Irglanfath, and we are the guardians of this monument here. I've never heard of the builders. He makes an exasperated clicking noise with his tongue. They are known by other names in the heathen tongues of farm folk. They are the ancients who built this place and many more like it. And we are of the 6 tribes guard their legacy. And do not come this way again. I really don't want to fight them, but I don't see a way of getting in without... Actually, there's a pathway over here.
I think I see... No, never mind.
Overeager, are we, Adair?
Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. This is embarrassing.
You don't know what you don't know. Doesn't look like we can go into that bit patch of fog.
Those face painters can't guard that place forever.
Looters? And why do you sound like Illidan?
These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Actually, they never found the body.
Adair fumes. He opens his mouth to say something, then closes it. He quickly replaces his frown with a polite smile.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we've done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
Do you always swear by your god when you do a devil's work?
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
You are welcome to try. Also, why do I have per rest abilities enabled? Stop that. Oh yeah, because the last couple of battles have mandated it, that's right. Wait, I don't have any class behavior set for you? Yeah, let's have you focus on support. Maybe that's part of the problem I was running into.
Hey there.
Easy enough.
That was short work.
Red Saren standard piece. Wonder what that means. The tip of some metal object protrudes from a mound of wandery river silt. With both hands, you and Adair begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is a steel, circular frame, about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flames, the rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the carved silhouette of a vorless plant.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Saris. Or did when Weidman was alive. Well, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
Dunreed Rowe might be able to make something of it. He shrugs. It's a thought. A lot of people would have touched this. Standard bearer's a position of honor in most places, but the Raid Sarens actually took to fighting for it, what I heard. Serious bunch. It's not a lot to hang hopes on, but hey, we were lucky to find anything at all. So it's back to Defiance Bay, I guess. Lest we spot my brother's bones laying around on our way out. Oh look, camping
Sure.
supplies. Just what I needed. Ooh. Alright, though Haravias was unable to find the source of the rumors plaguing Road's End and the surrounding earldom of Hell's Gate, the local authorities assisted in breaking up mobs, punishing would-be murderers, and preventing more young women from being buried alive. A particularly large and violent mob at Kell Hill Cemetery required Haravias to rally the local soldiers and put down the primary troublemakers. On the body of the biggest belligerent, Haravias found an odd magical rope that he intended to use on a local young woman. A wizard advisor of the Earl of Hell's Gate suspected that the rope had been created by the same person responsible for spreading the rumors and inciting the attacks in the first place. Oh, a belt. Useful. Alrighty then. A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving two jagged ledges on either side of the water. You see a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You might be able to jump across the gap. Let's try it. Actually, real quick. I'm assuming if it's going to that, we don't have any grapple hooks left. Clearly, I haven't emptied my inventory in a while. Where would that be stored? Probably in here. A hammer and chisel. Lockpicks. Yeah, it would be in here. Wolf hide. Well, we do... okay, we still do have plenty of grappling hooks, so... Aloth misjudges the gap and barely makes it across, spraining a wrist in the process.
Hey there.
Hey, at least we made it. Let's see what's in this cave. It looks like we found our way into the ruins.
Sure.
And are there multiple levels to this place? Did I see level 1? Interesting. Looked like I almost saw someone walking around.
Slow and silent.
How can the people of virtues resist the profane and lawless? Where can the elm dig its roots that the storms cannot wash them out? Hello, Biggin! Oh, Itamon, right.
I shall be discreet.
Here we are with a bunch of people trying to keep us out of this place.
On the trail.
Only to find a bunch of monsters overtaking it. Why guard it at all then, if it's just gonna be overrun like this? Okay, this looks like it would spit us back out somewhere. I suspect on the other side of those people. Let's find out. Luckily, I've got the quick save. Yep. Okay. Should I go back to the quick save just to be on the safe side? Yeah, probably. Because they almost certainly saw. Load. Alright, where's quick save? There it is. Okay, and while that quick save runs, I'm gonna go refill my water. Alrighty, so it looks like I must have hit my mouse to send me to the edge of the map. Lucky me. Alright, so, yep. Well, that's what this is for. Okay, now. So, looks like there's plenty to see to within this place, so let's take our time. Enjoy the ride. And hope we don't step on anything too dangerous.
You should see this.
The work of a moment, right? And that is why we are stealth. Black ooze. That's easy for us to deal with. Whoa, there was a trap there? And now Canna's feeling the heat. Luckily, it's nothing that we can't handle. Luckily, it's nothing we can't handle.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Animats. I remember these giving... Didn't these things give us trouble when we were... I guess we'll find out, won't we? Jeez, that lightning is starting to hurt. Okay. I think it's time to break out some of the big guns. There we go. If they're gonna shoot lightning everywhere, we may as well oblige them. Down you go.
Sure.
That's where we're getting the damaged armor. A tiny animat? Whether experiment or accident, this miniature animat seems to function normally despite its size. It blazes with soul energy. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, 8 deflection. Let's see, so a little less deflection than what I've got. But it has retaliation. What's that give me? Characters hitting. Alright, 6 to 10 piercing. Okay, so anyone that hits me has a chance of getting hurt back. I like that. I like that idea. Even
Hey
if
there.
it is a little less deflection for me. Hungering always for nations in gold. They were ruthless
Sure.
and fearless.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Alrighty then. More trolls.
Show them how it's done!
Corrupted druids. Oh dear, that's gonna be a problem if we don't find a way to deal with him. Can you reach him? Oh, he's gonna come to us. That makes it easy. Shoot him down. Excellent.
How it's done!
Yeah?
There we go. Minimize how much is taken to our health directly.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Alrighty. Go to the stash. Corrupted druids, huh? I guess there are still people who walk around here then. Guess that answers my question. Either that or they wanted some spellcasters for the combat encounters. Either way, it would make sense that there would be a few druids wandering around given what we saw. But unfortunately, being druids, there's going to be all sorts of problems related to that, and we'll need to be mindful of it. I should probably break out my spirit shift form. Oh geez, we're taking a lot of hits now. Alrighty. And of course the target dies before Aloth can cast the spell. The downside of real time with pause, sometimes you're a little too quick. Never could Picos accord with their chiefs. Never could Picos accord with their chiefs. And a people find order when sunset brings darkness, but never a map in the stars of the sky.
Slow and silent.
Hey there.
Never the
Hey there.
spirit, and always the flesh are a people of lowered eyes. What did I just hear? Oh, Sporlings. Aloth? Let's lead the procession by casting Fireball.
Aye?
Ah, great. Panic effect. Okay, how do we want to deal with this? Well, we've got a dare, and we've got... Actually, we've got another fireball we can throw out. And of course, now that I'm awake, I'm surrounded. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna be constant problems then. Alright, you can't reach. Can you at least reach with this spell? Ah, we're taking a lot of hits.
Yeah?
Alright, that should allow us to disengage. Allow me to go back to this. Now you guys focus on them. Ichimak's getting charmed as well. That's great. Kana, go this way. What do I have you doing? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Ah, he got stuck. I'll switch to the arquebus. Okay, you're starting to be really annoying. Alright, that's that one down. Trap triggered.
Sakri, this isn't working.
You're not dealing any damage?
Hey,
Pray.
there's no need.
Heh. That was a lot more... Well, that was a lot rougher of a battle than I expected. Stairway down. Oh, great, more of them.
I shall deal with this.
Yeah?
Well, at least once you've dealt with one, you've dealt with all. At least
Sure.
that one we dealt with separate to everybody else. Made it a little easier. So we have a stairway down. Anything valuable among here? Not really. Just miscellaneous junk. Okay, so we know that there's a way down over here now. So, let's keep investigating elsewhere. See what more I can make of the small amount of health I have left.
Let's see what lies this way.
Alright, next fight. Yeah, if we're gonna be effectively in... Oh man. Insect swarm effect? I'll just shoot at the wind blight then. Well, you know what? I don't see any need to hold back, considering we're gonna need to rest soon anyway.
Praise thou God can
I'll teach you a lesson.
There we go. And there's Aloth taking some hits. Excellent. Just what I always wanted, for Aloth to get hurt.
Easy does it.
No matter.
What do you suppose that bally thing is?
Scroll of Revival. Interesting. Forest Lurkers.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Probably gonna be our last fight, so let's go all out.
Show him how it.
Hey there.
Show him how. Show him how.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely falling down and going boom.
Come on, not like this. Leave it to me.
Well, at least I've got that camping supply out. It's outside that I can always go to.
Yeah?
Alright, time to rest.
Yeah?
Any point in doing anything here? Actually, if I've got... You know what, may as well.
Mm-hmm.
Slow and silent. I'll take a look.
Still more to see. Savages massed at the gates with their arrows and swords and spears, yearning for conquest and plunder. Their chieftains and warriors feared not vengeance of gods nor the wrath of their enemies. Death would not punish them.
Show 'em.
Are they speaking to their own confidence, or are they simply... I wonder what could... They would mean by that.
Here's a lesson to be taught. Let's burn this away.
Immune, huh?
I'll teach you a lesson.
Not immune to death,
I'll teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson.
as far as I can tell anyway.
That's it.
I guess it's just me getting all the glory this time. Good thing we've got the worm summons.
Sure.
I'm on the trail.
And it looks like this just loops us back. Alright then. Just one last quick look over this way. Pretty sure that's all. Yep, dead end. Alright. I guess... Unless we can somehow find a way over that direction. Which I doubt. If we are able to get over there, I suspect it would have to be through another means. As it looks like there is something to be explored over there, but I suspect I'd have to go down to the next floor and then loop my way back. To whatever that is. So with that in mind, let's check out the next area. Oh, did I miss something? Or has the game just bugged? Pretty sure I grabbed everything there. Well, if it's not, well, if it's still giving me grief as we come back, I'll check it out. That should be a fair compromise. Alrighty. Good thing I decided to take care of this. The monsters have been pretty easy pickings compared to what I've been dealing with lately. It's like a great hall of some kind. Huh. That spirit. Why do I get the feeling that I'm being drawn to a place? Why am I being beckoned forward? And by what? Now I'm morbidly curious. So, a series of pictographs, simple but clear, are carved on a column in this alcove. Figures of men and women with their arms raised are carved into the top of the column. Suits of armor in the same pose have been chiseled into the bottom. Wonder what that could mean. Well, clearly, since that's the way to go, we explore every other direction first.
They'll never know I'm here.
I wonder what this is.
These are in for the walloping. Yeah, we know. Okay, you're starting to bother me. Stunned.
Hey there.
That's new.
I'll teach you a lesson.
You can trust me.
Oh right, you don't. Aloth doesn't have the survivor skill.
Sovereign's fire casts light in dark places.
Is that a sacrificial altar? Alright, back off. Let them come to us. Now Russia. Aloth, these phantoms were able to deal a decent amount to you, so go ahead and rip and tear into them.
Yeah?
That seemed to work out.
Sure.
Keeping an eye out.
The pictogram in this alcove portrays a procession marching to an altar. A lone figure lies upon the altar, and another member of the procession drives a dagger into his heart. Something flows from the dying man into a white stone perched above the altar. Time was availed to the godless, no blessings to reap, and no mercies to sow. Oh, this looks like it'll be interesting. Actually, no, you're not likely to need to do too much to that one. There we go.
Makes you rest easier.
It does. Clearly.
Sure.
A column of hieroglyphs shows men and women standing in a line and descending into a pool. The figures that emerge below it stand with outstretched arms and triumphantly serene expressions.
I'll teach
More
you.
specters. I know disengage is a bad idea, but still.
Gotta have.
There we go. Nothing to worry about. Leaving their bodies to offer their souls and forsaking the weakness of flesh and enfeebling of bone, the barbarian godless succumbed at last. And a Leaden Key and some Adra. I wonder what that could be used for. Will-o-wisps are easily dealt with, so let's deal with them. There we go. The images in this alcove depict a row of pale stones surrounding a suit of armor. Something flows from the stones and into the armor, imbuing it with a golden halo. Four egg-shaped stones sit atop short, narrow pedestals. All face an altar in the middle of the room.
Hey there.
Another altar in the same vein as what we saw earlier.
I'll take a peek.
Central area. Rain blights. Looks like only magical weapons are doing anything. But luckily it didn't matter this time. Very helpful, Canna. Oh, that looks interesting. Can I observe? A man and a woman carved from lustrous Adra, pour the contents of the vase at their feet. Interesting. So this is what unlocks with the Leaden Key, huh? Interesting. So wandering around meant I didn't have to deal with the lockpick, well, the skill check. Curious.
Show them how it's done.
Alright. Not even worth commenting on.
Hey
I should
there.
wonder how much experience we get from those fights.
Margren's fire casts light.
Well, I guess before we go down the central area,
Let's see
because
what
that's
lies
probably
this way.
where we need to go. Hi! Surprised that didn't do more damage. Alright, that's a lot of them. Fireball! At least the cast time for it is pretty quick.
get a good shot.
Following your tail ends here.
I'll teach.
That's not very helpful.
Do I need to set your party AI to be more aggressive? Yes.
Hey there.
There we go. Alright, more Adra. Scenes from a battle appear on this column. An army of men in loincloths and hides is gathered, dwarfed by dozen full suits of armor that loom over them. In the descending images, the armors crush the army. Is that what the Crucible Knights are attempting to unleash? Based on the suits of armor that we discussed earlier? Makes you wonder.
What?
Not even worth commenting on these battles half the time. Adra grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. Luminous egg-shaped stones are nested within the rippling Adra.
Sure.
What are these egg-shaped stones? I don't see what the significance of them would be yet.
Nice and quiet.
Jeez, I haven't even felt the need to quick save all that much. That's a biggin. And of course, Durance is the one. Okay, that's a lot of lightning going everywhere. Yield everything up once that you're able. And then we need to start smashing quickly. Well, you're not that close range with anyone right now, so you're probably okay. Alright, let's get some AoE going. There we go, that seemed to help.
Hey there.
Alright, we got this. We got this. It would appear that I am grossly
Sure.
over-leveled for these combat encounters. Armor rack. And an armor
Sure.
rack. Huh. Images of men and women swinging hammers and heating iron over a forge filled this alcove. Fighters in iron, relentless and fierce, as the thousands of foes.
Sure.
No wonder why the Glenfathers are so keen on keeping this hidden. I think that's what they're called. Because the ruins are in with the spirits again. Wait, that looks like it's taking me back up. Based on the shadows. Alright then. I was right. We're about to come up in something big. Why does it sound like a machine is active? Oh great, another one of these. At least I know how to deal with this one. You hear the running water and see a small stream that carves its way into the mountains. A shallow bottom flickers and wavers just under the water's edge, but as you look toward the tunnel, the bottom disappears into the darkness. From here, it's impossible to tell how deep the stream is. However, a faint light plays along the walls of the tunnel. The echo of rushing water suggests that the tunnel and stream continue for quite some distance. Not yet. This again. And is that... Yeah, so...
They'll never know I'm here.
This one must still have some sort of spirit on it. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You'd heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no sign that anyone had been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust, ash. You know suddenly what this will cost you, and you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in Leaden Key was wearing off. A child had been born not far from Deerford recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactive. Holy wait, these things are causing the legacy? You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name and you don't know theirs, but you know that you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. 2 carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone ring. You press your hand to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You are about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities. Shearing pain spreads through your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while it feels as if you're falling toward the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles beneath your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside Salantalis, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling Beowulk. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it appears that the Leaden Key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. So those things, actually, if they are able to transport souls, I mean, one that turned me into a watcher, another that caused all souls to remain bound in Heritage Hills, and another that's causing Wagwin's legacy. Strange. I mean, the machines are clearly capable of a lot, but it makes you wonder what else they can do. You take slow, sloshing steps toward the mouth of the tunnel. Actually, no, not yet. Let's make sure I've quick saved. I probably have, but let's just be sure. You take slow, sloshing steps toward the mouth of the tunnel, holding yourself upright while the current tugs at your legs. The cold water leaves you gasping, and as it rises past your waist, you fight to control your breaths. The steam bed soon drops out from under your feet, and the current pushes you toward the tunnel with growing force. The current pushes you through the tunnel faster and faster, tugging you downward. Over your head, the tunnel narrows and drops, leaving only a thick, thin pocket of air. You take a final deep breath before the current drags you into the depths. Rays of light pierce the darkness, but the current is moving too fast now for you to see more than flickering glimpses as you speed by. You keep your hands in front of yourself and focus on avoiding the jagged rocks that appear in the darkness, jutting from the walls. A light winks at you up ahead. You're approaching it fast, but it looks to be the mouth of a second smaller tunnel. You might be able to reach it, but your lungs have started to ache. You wrap your fingers around the rocks lining the tunnel and peer into it. It terminates into a dead end, but something glints along among the rocks at the far side. Reaching it would be challenging but it'd be a challenge for anyone without strong lung capacity. You pull yourself into the tunnel, executing deft scissor kicks while the passage narrows around you. Okay, I guess I couldn't do it. Let's see if someone else can do it.
Hey
oh wait,
there.
it just spits us back out here? Let's see if someone else can do it. I'm trying to think. What would be the skill check for that? Survival, probably? If so, Sagani probably stands the best chance.
Hey there.
Let me just confirm real quick who has the best survival. 11, 7, 3, 2, 1, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Sagani has the best chance. I guess not.
Hey there.
Are any of us capable of... You know what? If I really cared enough, I could probably go back for it later. So, how do we want to play this now? Do we want to... what makes sense? Well, I should probably stop by... Well, let's see. Is it worth stopping by... The problem is I'm worried that if I go and report what I've learned, then... Oh, wait a minute. This is going to put me back out. Well, where's this going to put me back out? Whoops. Wrong exit. Well, I guess it gives me another chance at this. Maybe a dare would do okay. Oh, hey. Oh, it was a constitution check. Adair pulls himself into the tunnel, executing deft scissor kicks while the passage narrows. At the end, he finds a skeleton with a hand protruding from its ribs. Adair pulls it free and pushes off the wall, propelling himself back toward the main tunnel. A morning star of some kind. Two-handed morning star. That's new. Ooh. I'll have to see if any of my party
Hey
will be... I'll have to see if it would be worth having anyone in my party use it. Although, I'm pretty sure none of them have proficiency with morning stars, though. The Rose of Salt Hollow, huh? Now let's go out this other exit and see if it makes a difference. Clear the gap without incidents. Oh, let's grab the camping supplies while I'm here.
Hey there. Sure.
Wonder if I can still talk to him. Nope. Approaching again just leads to combat. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I have no intention of getting into a fight with them, so I'm just gonna leave it be.
Sure.
Alrighty. So. You know what? I kind of want to see if my assumption is correct. Let's see. What would make sense? I'm torn actually, because I probably should stop by Brackenbury and Caed Nua eventually. Well, actually, you know what? I want to resolve the Adair quest, so since that well, I don't think it would be that much effort, and worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure there won't be an immediate request to go see the Chancellor.
Sure.
At least that's my expectation. So given that, we'll go ahead and see to this. And if it turns out that I'm correct, and that going to talk to Lady Webb will end up triggering Act 3, then we'll go ahead and call it.
Gods keep you.
I want to trace a man who might have touched this item. He looks it over, his ears twitching with interest. From a war standard, yes? Great, Seras. Yes, I believe I can be of assistance here. The imprint isn't fresh, but it is well preserved for the most part. If you are looking for someone, your rather unusual gift may be of value here. Images can be fleeting. Your target will be easier to identify by the makeup of his soul. I will share what I see. It will be up to you to make sense of it. You'll pardon my presence in your mind. All for a good cause. He takes you by the hand, holding the steel sun in the other. Now, clear your mind of all wayward thoughts. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought, Adair's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than Adair's but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Red Seras. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides, to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance and time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale, it follows a road through Madmer Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Red Seras. Eventually I'll get the pronunciation right. The path leads to a Red Seren city, regal and austere in the Yadir Imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fades, and the path bends backward, carrying you along to a barracks, then back south, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a Red Seren standard topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hand of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in Red Seren armor, with Adair's straw-colored hair race toward the standard and lift it, the path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet. And as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country, and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, the thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Silab and Rulag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Seras instead. He met Widewind there. Then he enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Widewind?
Widewind's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Loden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Raed Saris?
I wish I had something better to tell you.
I guess that's it.
Adair's mouth hangs open, and his eyes glaze, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. His voice is barely a whisper. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. The soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. And whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
We can go now. I've seen what I needed to see. I wish I could have been more help. You have my sympathies. As often as an item shows us what we need to know, it will disappoint. My files are full of cases that have run cold. On bad days, I think often of leaving, applying my skills to something less confounding. I guess that's it then. If this does come up at all, it seems like it'll be more by accident or happenstance than anything else. Then again, I guess that's part of the difficulty of it, isn't it? That sometimes you just don't get all the answers, do you? I mean, that's two of our party members now that were searching for something and yet weren't able to really find what they were looking for. So, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to look at. But, with that in mind, let's see if triggering this...
Your search?
There's something I can tell you about the Leaden Key's operations. Alright, my goal here is just to see, okay, will this trigger Act 3?
Well, let's hear it.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Ingwithan machines that span the country, and it seems to be calling the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Ingwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange. What of them?
Wouldn't they allow a guest of Dunreed Row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation, for whatever reason.
She glances to one side.
It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
What is there to know about the Duke?
Avar is many things to many people, and that is why he sits the throne. To the frontiersmen, he is one of their own. To the patriotic, he is a sole descendant of Admeth Hadrit. To the nobility, he is from an old and established family. All of these are half-truths or exaggerations, a tale he has spun around himself. The man behind the tale may not be the greatest mind in Deerwood, but he knows people. He knows when they are sincere and when they lie. He knows when they are strong and when they are weak. The other matters he leaves to me. Outwardly, he prefers to come off a bit of a simpleton. Don't be fooled. Before he was a duke, he was a trapper, and an excellent one at that.
Okay. So given that, it looks like so it looks like those hearings will absolutely be the means by which Act 3 continues. Well, Act 3 begins. And given that, I suspect it would be best to see to the White March for then. So, given that well, actually, there is something that I could see to at Caed Nua, though, given that a guest has just arrived. It doesn't seem to be someone that I really want. Well, I don't know if it's someone that I would necessarily want to interact with, but I do have reason to return, if only to see to that. So with that in mind, we'll head out.
Better indeed.
Alrighty. What should I put into place now? Well, I may as well just go down the line then. If I'm going to be heading into the White March, then not as if I'll have too much to worry about. So I may as well just let it run. Although the question is, now that I do have these camping supplies, I wonder if I could just brute force my way through what's down there. The only concern is if I'm unable to find... Well, there is a concern that I may end up getting myself stuck if I'm not careful, so that's why I'm hesitant. Name's Nearer. Begging your pardon and all, my lord, but I was hoping we could talk. So, might be I got myself nicked here and there for a few unsavory deeds. My name's on posters all over Defiance Bay now. Makes it harder to walk about freely, if you get me. My thinking is, it's time for me to seek out new horizons. Deadfire Archipelago seems nice. Then I'm out of everyone's hair. Only, I could use some help getting there. Not that I'm asking you to do this for free, mind. I picked up a couple things here from a fellow I know. Not much good to me if I'm caught. You dare show your face in my keep? Well now, I didn't mean no offense. Heard you go out of talent for getting things done is all. Oh wait, that's a she? Yeah, I don't want to deal with criminals. Alrighty then. So, with that in mind, I think I will rest here. And then... let's see, what would make the most sense to do next? Who do I want in the party? Given the nature of where we're going, Sagani makes sense.
Better indeed.
I'll have to well, yeah, I think just swap out Canna for Sagani and that'll probably be good enough. Because we'll have a decent front line between, well, actually, the problem is that Canna's, well, actually, Canna's sort of a front line, sort of not. Because we've got a Dare for front line. We've got a substantial amount of magic, a ranger. Yeah, I think it could work. So... actually, hang on a second. If I were to get the mechanics bonus, I think that might be an... did it require 12 or 11 to at least... you know what? Let's try it. Let's try going back into the... oh, Adair wants to talk. Let's go back into the basement.
Hope I didn't seem ungrateful back there on the battlefield. And you went out of your way.
You had a lot on your mind.
Got real close. Didn't expect that. And for a second, I thought I was gonna finally see some answers. Foolish, of course. And why should I get answers? There's a world of Aethasians out there who don't know if their god's been blown up. Still, man can't help looking back. Guess you'd know that well as anyone.
Adair stares off, focusing on some distant thing, unseen and unrealized.
I might have turned my back on my god when he needed me. That's all I'll ever know.
You did what you had to. Even if Widewind was Aothis, his actions were destructive.
His actions didn't seem righteous enough for a god. That's why me and Woden had Widewind figured for a pretender. It didn't occur to me that my god might actually mean to do harm to his own. Something to think about, I guess.
Yeah?
Well, I guess the problem is we don't know for certain, do we? And because we don't know for certain, I guess we can't say much. Apart from just hoping. Either way, back into the basement. I'm pretty sure the mechanics bonus we just gave ourselves should be enough to get past.
The keep's coming along nice.
I agree. I'm thinking. Well, let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm correct. If I can make further progress down here, great. If not, well, we'll just have to make the best of... Well, I guess we'll have plenty of time to gain experience when we head off to the White March. I guess that'll be the short version. If we can make progress down here, then I can just spend the rest of this stream in the basement digging around. At that point, we can save the White March for Saturday's stream. Honestly, that might not be a bad idea anyway. So we'll see how it works out.
I'll have it in no time.
Excellent. That's what I thought.
Work of a moment.
So now that I can step through this way, I'm not forced to go through the spike pit, which means I shouldn't
Laying low.
run into any issues of wearing myself down. As for whether I'll be able to go any further than that,
Shall be discreet.
I guess that's to be seen. I wasn't able to explore all that much. Chryssalators. What the heck is that? Oh geez, that's hurting.
Of course.
Alright. Well, luckily... Oh, man.
Hey there.
Your little pupper is gonna have so much to say to you after this.
Hi. Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, he's not a pupper, he's a fox. But... Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Sure.
A ton of lockpicks. Interesting.
What do you suppose that bally thing is?
Probably something you can't disarm, right? Oh, you could, actually. Nice. Okay, but given what happened last time, killing this guy is going to be priority 1 now. Oh, and there's more than one, too. Great. Oh, wow, that dominate lasts a while.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slow.
That's not very helpful.
Whoops. Oh wow, that's actually doing quite a lot.
More than wrong!
Don't you have something that can bolster your health for a little bit?
Sure.
Alright.
Hi?
Yeah?
Alright, with the last few seconds.
Hey. The work of a moment.
There we are.
Let's see what lies this way.
Hello, precious.
Sure.
Now what might this be? The blade. Oh, that is... Oh, that is... I am glad I decided to come digging around down here. I am so glad I decided to come digging around down here. That is great. I am very happy to see that. Specters of all kinds, huh? Ah, this kind. Kill them quickly before they...
Stuck over here.
Yeah, a lot of us are. Shut up. Just need to last long enough so that we can survive to blast everyone into oblivion. Excellent. Oh, that looked cool. There we go. That's how you show them how it's done indeed. What's in here? Bunch of gold. Or the closest things.
Nice and quiet.
More of them. As before.
Hi? Yes.
Oh dear, this is gonna end badly. Ichima, go for this one.
Hey there.
Oh dear, that hurt a lot. Oh jeez! Okay, time to take this a little more seriously. Paralyzed. Oh, that's bad timing. Why are you using your crossbow?
Leave it to me.
Paralyzed.
You're not getting through me.
Watch him somehow manage to deal with all these guys despite being paralyzed. Adair, stop getting overwhelmed by these guys and hurt them!
Hey.
I'm starting to think that his... everything is stuck. I'm starting to think he's bugged. Adair? Is this game bugged? Yeah, I think the game bugged. Darn, we almost got him too. Okay, so clearly they're gonna throw all sorts of magical BS at us. So I didn't see whether it was the spiders or the humanoid creatures. Well, they didn't look very human, but the humanoid, I guess. They had 2 arms and 2 legs, so I'm just gonna go with humanoid. I think we'll send Ichimak as the sacrificial lamb. Alright, now Aloth, run them through. God, they just don't want Aloth to live. And he's down.
That looks like...
Show him how.
How long is Sagani held like that? Long enough for Durance to die if we're not careful.
Hey,
Well, that was brutal.
sure. Sure.
The spikes look
Yeah.
sharp enough to cleave bone. Okay, don't go any further until you've had Chan the quick save, right?
I'll take a look.
Jeez. Is this a sacrificial pit of some kind? Or just somewhere that they threw prisoners?
Silent.
Shades. Attrobeetle. Not sure what that is.
Show him how.
But I'm pretty sure I don't want it to live. Turn that into something friendly. What can you target it at? Oh, Kith. Great. So it's useless right now. Oh right, the whole hey, let's have the shades sneak up behind us bullshit. Well, luckily, Aloth has a few more powerful tricks up his sleeve since those days. Blast him! Shame that I'm only hearing half of these lines. They're probably hilarious. Immune? Ooh, that was brutal. Kana and Sagani all went down. Oh,
They'll never know
both
I'm
went
here.
down. This has been brutal when it comes to combat. Looks like I've only got one good encounter left, and even then, that's a maybe. Stone beetles and Adra beetles. I don't think we're gonna win this without help. Huh. The Adra beetles may have accidentally carved the way for us to survive. Okay, slam that one down. Oh dear, Adair's taking a lot of hits. Alright, these Adra beetles need to die.
I'll teach you a lesson. Ah, thank.
And that?
I doubt that that actually did anything.
That's not very helpful.
Let's burn! I'll let Margaret's fire bless this.
Alright, let's keep burning them, I guess.
Raised out the
Show 'em how.
Well, I guess if we're all packed in here, and they aren't able to get any good damage, I guess it technically works, right?
Hey there.
Whew. That was a lot of beetles to deal with, but we seem to handle them well enough. Either that or we got lucky. An exceptional great sword. Ooh. Store it in Kenna's inventory and take a look later.
Hey there.
Nice and quiet.
Stairs down over that way? Oh, I see. So let's see what we find in the next level. This is 9? Yeah.
I shall be discreet.
Down we go. Middle 5 levels, huh?
What?
Looks like you're in some flames now.
Did my spell fail? Well, at this point, let's just keep casting magic and hope it works. Oh dear, I don't think it's working. Actually, you don't need to do that yet. And I'm down.
My bow's ready. Peaceful journeys, Conrad.
Not too low.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to just rest before fighting that. I'm gonna need my big guns. More importantly, I'm gonna need people at a health bar that they can actually live through it.
Hey there.
And what does the flame reveal?
Alrighty. So, that in mind, slowly but surely we descend below. Dealing with everything and its mother along the way. So, what else lies below?
Shh.
Hey there.
Alright, I'll start ripping them to shreds.
That's something.
More than raw.
Boom! How do you like that, Obama? No one's gonna get that reference, and that's gonna be hilarious. It's amazing what happens when you're able to throw in the good stuff. Oh, it's not done yet? Cool! Aloth, there's enough enemies here to make a fireball worthwhile. Do it! Wait, who's that down there? Oh, Itamar. Okay, I don't care. He'll be fine. He's a good boy. Alrighty, now. More AoE blasting.
Lava will be on sea.
Okay, this is starting to get annoying thing again. Fire! So it's the Crystal Eater spiders that are sending it? Interesting. That's not something I would have expected. Whew!
Mm-hmm.
You know, it started out okay, and then suddenly combat got a hell of a lot more interesting. Well,
Hey
in a
there.
massive
Take a look.
hurry. I mean, we managed to handle it, but damn. That was a lot. Unlocking that will require the proper key, huh? And in the meantime, we get to walk through a really small level, apparently.
Great.
Well, at least these guys are just spiderlings. They'll be easy to kill. Don't even drop anything. Ooh, camping supplies. We can stay here for longer now.
Sure.
That lead down or up? Down.
And what does the flame reveal?
It reveals trouble. Always trouble.
Following your lead.
Hey.
Come and get us, boys. Oh dear, that thing. Again. Aloth, rip it to shreds. Oh crap, that's a lot of damage all of a sudden.
Watch out, Tana!
Hey there.
Oh, I hate this. Okay, am I gonna need to get the jump on him in order to win that fight? Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Okay, so given that, I think the best thing I can do is probably to try and draw them away around a corner. And use that as an opportunity to prep spells.
Hey.
So, Adairs are most
Hey there.
durable, so let's lay it out.
Yeah? Hey.
Alright. Adair runs in.
Brave thou Philoth believe.
And then I am gonna cast this.
Dead on!
Then I'm gonna stand up, and then Aloth. Where's Aloth?
He's mine.
Alright, where am I? More AoE bastarding! I would hope so. Another one down.
Dead on!
Alright, Caed's doing fine. Oh jeez, how did I get dropped so quickly?
I'm here.
Well, I don't know how I got dropped so quickly, but ow.
Of course.
At least the damage
Yeah?
has been done.
Laying low.
Rope-like strands of webbing glisten with moisture. Ancient crumbling bones are all that remains of countless victims. An Adra key. Gee, I wonder where this might lead. I wonder what this might be useful for.
Laying low.
I don't like that sound. Well, shit. I don't think I'm gonna win against this. Let's try anyway.
Yeah? This isn't how I usually work. Slow down. We got time to kill.
Jeez! It would almost be easier to just... Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do a similar tactic to last time. Give me an opportunity to cast the lightning spell by sending someone in that we think can withstand the nonsense.
Hey.
And since Adair is surprisingly undamaged right now, he's gonna be our sacrificial lamb.
Are they more than wrong?
And then Aloth, you just need to blast him. What's this spell do again? Freeze damage, that's probably why it's saying 0%. Probably isn't good against him. Of course the paralysis kicks in.
My boat is ready.
And I'm down.
We gotta take better care of Alan. Francis!
Well, that's the end of that.
They got Sagani.
Well, we got one of them, I think. Ow, that sucked. That really sucked. Am I gonna have to rest to try and deal with this at full strength again? That may be what it comes down to again. Although, if we're looking for sacrificial lambs, it might make more sense to use the fox.
If thou feelest believe.
Are they more than wrong?
Alright, Aloth. There's the paralyze.
More than wrong.
Hell. Aloth's already down. What to do?
Got my scent.
Oh wow, they've caught more than that. Huh, taking 2 of them out, actually. We might be able to win after all. Well, we might be able to stay alive.
Hey there.
Assuming a dare doesn't kill us all. Well, shit. I don't think I can live through this.
Show 'em how it's...
I'm not sure how you knock a spirit down, but it looks like you tried anyway.
Ah, thank war the...
Slow down. We got time to catch our breath.
Francis!
No, we don't. We literally don't.
Francis!
Well, you only have to hit once more, so it should be okay. Well, I guess that technically worked.
Mm-hmm.
A wand. Rod of Pale Shades. All sorts of good stuff now that I look at it all. Compare. Same range. Lower speed. Higher damage. Attacks can stun on crits. Inflict disorienting for 5 seconds on hit. Okay, so decent. Might make more sense to give it to somebody else, though.
Slow and silent.
And I love how all of us are badly injured, clinging on to dear life, clinging on for dear life. Adair, completely healthy, as is customary. I had a feeling the encounter was a little easier. Luckily, since there was only one of you, not a problem this time.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
There we are. Awakened
Sure.
Datra.
Hello? Hello?
So the only purpose of that was a combat encounter, huh? That's annoying. And it looks like I am fatigued. Wonder why. Gee, it's almost as if we've been fighting for our lives. Actually, given that the faster attack acts like a haste, I wonder if that triggered something. Either way, I'm surprised I don't see fatigue more often then. Level 11. We've reached Sporlings.
Show 'em how... Show 'em how it...
Well, if it's one Sporling, we can take care of that easy. The problem is that, as we saw in the Ingwithan ruins, it's usually not just one Sporling. Oh, hey, look, an excuse to rest. Let's take it. This luminous mushroom gives off a heavy, earthy musk.
Hello? Hello? Oh?
Well, ducked out of the way of that in time. Hey, Aloth! Fireball! Hey, me! AoE blasts of BS. Alrighty.
I'll teach you a lesson!
You know what, Canna? Just get out the Arbalest.
Your tail
Well, the
ends
Arquebus. Come on. How hard is it to step over here?
here. Let's end this.
and shoot.
Show him how it.
Apparently very hard. Oh, that's the ding I keep hearing. Bestiary progress. Oh dear, Outlaw's taking hits.
Yes?
Lava will be on.
Okay, our focus is now on keeping Aloth alive. I don't know why we're being swarmed with shades, but we need to keep the mage alive, so we will keep the mage alive.
Be on. Show him how it's done.
Excellent. That's how we do it. I guess the... Alrighty. Now let's say quick save before anything else insane happens.
Sure.
Now what might this be? A winding mass of vicious thorns and thick vines span the gap between the cavern walls. There are spaces here and there in the vegetation, and you can see into the chamber beyond, but it will be difficult to pass through unscathed. The vines have grown so thick and tangled as to form a nearly impenetrable wall. Many of the thorns are as long as a span of your palm. From time to time you hear the faintest creak, as if something has shifted slightly in the mass. I don't think now's the time to fight. Find out what's on the other side.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
The actual areas are getting smaller. Wow, that's a trap. Aloth, can you get it? Thanks. Oh geez, that's a lot. Disengage, disengage.
That's it.
Alright, I think we've gotten at least out of the range of the swamp spores, even if I'm still in the thick of it. Alright, I should not expect to get away without losing all my endurance, so with that in mind, we'll just focus on keeping everybody else alive.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Well, that's the end of that. But dare if you can't reach, just knock him around, right?
Doing the job. There's no need for.
Alright. Well, a little late for that to be useful. Wait up. No, never mind. That's just a summon.
They're closing in on us.
Guess they use that as generic dialogue.
Dead on.
Yes?
May as well burn the last of these.
I shall deal.
What?
Dead on.
That's it.
Alright, Itamok, you first. Everybody else follow behind.
Leave it to me.
And due to the insanity that these things can cause us, no mercy. Tear them to shreds.
Dead on.
Hey.
Bring the hammer down.
I'm here.
Oh geez, that did a lot of damage.
What?
And Adair's affected again. just blast them as much as you can. Your spell can't reach? Okay, what spell can reach? This one?
After an Ichimok.
Stuck, huh? Just a constant string of interruptions. Well, at least the bestiary's filled out for the swamp spores now. Small comforts, I guess.
Ready, Watcher. Got an arrow for this one.
I love how Sagani was the one to comment on the fact that Aloth went down, even though she's the one that knocked him down. A nice little bit of irony.
Then. Laying low.
Well, it looks like we've got enough endurance to fight a little bit more. Although it depends on what else we find down here.
You should see this.
Can I don't walk into that. Aloth, go fix it. The luminous mushroom gives off a heavy, earthy musk. Again. Wait, huh? I don't think we're gonna win this fight. Let's see how long we can last.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not winning that without a rest. And honestly, I'd probably be better off doing what I normally do, trying to draw them away so that I'm not dealing with the with the spore throwers, whatever they're called. If I'm not dealing with them, then I can at least guarantee some degree of security. Well, actually, I've still got a substantial number of spells on my main character.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
As expected, Ichimok was affected, but that's okay. Now get him!
I'll teach you a lesson.
It's amazing how effective you can be when you actually think ahead. Now that we've dealt with the worst of a giant dank spore? What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah?
Ah, jeez, now that forest lurker is after us. Well, I can always recast... Actually, if I can center myself here... Oh, jeez. Aloth, let him have it. Confusion. Just every trick in the book, it seems like. Shouldn't have wandered back in here. Now I might not have. Now I might have trouble. Alright, Aloth. Take this thing down. One down. Durance, what are you doing? Is it worth trying to get up to apply that? Ah, no. Well, you can bring the hammer down on people, so do so. Who went down? Oh, me.
I shall deal with this one.
That's not good. Alright, the force lurker's down. Now we can just focus on murdering all of them.
What?
That's it!
Hey, mine.
Let's burn this away!
That's it!
Hey,
Eventually Adair will find a way to hit him.
hey.
Ugh, that was rough.
Hey. Keeping an eye out.
Any other traps we need to know about? Hope none. Well, either way, rest time. Actually, what's this new alert? Leaving in 8 days? Okay, I can keep digging around in here then. Okay. Another level down. Oh dear, the levels just went back to being big. Fat, squirming larvae bob in this green liquid. That's fun. Ugh, spiderlings. Well, crystal eaters. With any luck, they'll be a little easier to kill and won't throw all sorts of garbage at us. There we go. Let me save. Thank you.
Hey there.
Ah, D. There are more of these guys.
I'll teach you.
At least it only seems to be one. A group of robed figures block passage. Their heads bear a fearsome resemblance to those of the spiders that infest these caves, their mandibles clacking in small, constant movements. In the dim light of caverns, their round black eyes gleam like gems. They look up as you approach. You feel a peculiar, itchy sensation in your head, as if someone were running thin fingers through your thoughts. A muted sense of distress fills your mind, followed by a far louder screech of alarm from one of the robed creatures. As one, the creatures turn towards you and attack. Well, we've dealt with these guys enough now to where we can hopefully deal with them, even if they show up en masse. Oh dear, that's a lot of them. And of course, they gun for Aloth. Well, Itumak guns for Aloth. This one's almost dead. How long's Itumak got? Still a few seconds.
How may I help?
Ow, that stung.
Show him how it.
What?
Hey there.
That was tough.
Hey there.
Is there a reason why the game thinks we're still in
Sure.
combat? Oh, probably
Hey
because
there.
Kana was paralyzed.
Sure.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Alright, so that just loops around. So what are these fifth row? Oh dear. Crystal Leader.
teach you
Kill
a
it quickly! Ram it! Okay, good. Dealt with before it could cause any trouble to us.
Sure.
I'm on the trail.
Phew. Okay. There's always something new down here, isn't there?
Grave.
Oh dear, an actual Crystal Eater. Focus that one down. Quickly.
Hi?
Oh shit, that's a lot of them. Ichimok, ramming speed.
Ready. Watcher.
Ah, that's more than raw.
Grave thou shalt not believe.
That news will.
Fireball!
I'll teach you a lesson.
Get on!
Grave thou shalt not believe.
That level 5 is way too useful.
Thou shalt not believe.
Tons of web sacks.
Hey there.
I don't even want to know how old some of these are. Finding a lot of
I'll see
diamonds
what I
for
can
some
find.
reason. Wonder why. Oh, this looks lovely. Oh, that looks even lovelier. That Widowmaker Spiderling. Mithrax. You feel a scratching sensation in your head, followed by a sudden high-pitched ringing. Scattered images flash within your mind's eye. You see a mass of nests, set against a cavern wall, stretching up into the darkness. A vast network of webs, somewhere far beneath the surface. You see, too, the sentries you have recently slain, their bodies lying crumpled on the cavern floor. When the images fade, you see another of the spider-faced creatures standing before you. It raises its clawed hand. You feel another twinge inside your skull, and the words emerge within your mind, in a voice wholly alien to your thoughts. Orek, du vatid narot uverak nat. The creature pauses, its fangs twitching. Kaledina fosta akrendidare? That is a very old dialect. Do you know any Adiran? The creature makes a strange chittering noise. In your head you hear, a deer tongue. Many turns of wheels since last given thought. Animal is trespassing. Nests are here. Risk much in defending. Protectors are dead. Animal is sated. Animal listens now. The creature makes a clacking sound. No fighting? Fine, I'll listen, but you'd better not try anything. No trying. The creature agrees, pleased. Victhrak greets you. Welcome to Nest. Yes, animal is not needing to fight. The creature spreads its arms. Victhrak greets you. Welcome to Nest. Animal is keeping peace. Tell me about the Vithrak. The Vithrak looks at you for a moment, then down at itself. Back. What is human animal? Vithrak people. See what others do not. See light inside dull shell. It points at you. See great and burning light. Vithrats speak within voices, and in many. Hundreds of souls in great city. Stavrak Nireth is colony. A great journey. Animal would walk a long time to reach it. What are you doing here? Vithrak searching. Seeking knowledge for home. For colony. Stravik Nareth. Far away. Long time we have searched. We grew sick with memory of home. Made nests. Made new home. And found what we seek. Master of this place. The Vithrak gestures at the walls around you. Grew Adra. No cutting. Breaking. Growing. Shaping. If Vithrak could find secrets. Making great works. Statues. Machines. Vithrak could weave silk and Adra both. Our nest becomes stronger. Colony becomes stronger. All of us weaving great works. You feel a sudden melancholy from the Vithrak. We are close. Finding machines, crystals, but finding Adra men too in place below. Have lost many. Too many. He regards you with sudden interest. Human animal is strong. Defeated other animals. Killed guards. Could help Vithrak. After what I've seen, I don't know that you want to start bringing this stuff to your colony. Not needing to worry. Master Caed Nua is skilled, but is not Vithrak. Vithrak making all this and better. Not needing very much more. Only few things for studying. Must see how Caed Nua makes Adra men. Adra shells, yes? Animal does not need to kill Adra men. Just needs shells. Also needing part from machine. Part like a heart of the machine. Adra and shining metal. The Vithrak thinks a moment. Last piece is Adra. Not the Adra from walls. Is different. Pure. Hard to find. Charek is hoping there is some below. If human animal brings these things, Vithrak owe animal great debt. Will help colony. Help us. Can go home after so long waiting. For this great thing, Charek will reward animal. I'll think about it. I'll go see what I can find. The Vithrak makes a peculiar clacking sound, and in a mind you feel a hazy gratitude. Then Charek is grateful. Way to ruins lie east. Scouts have carved through stone. Found stairs. Found more than stairs. They guard us now from what is beneath. Animal must explain task, and Kesterik let pass in peace. Charek pauses. Kesterik is not kind. Kesterik is not kind. Animal is taking care. Interesting. Do you know anything about the master of this place? Caed Nua. Let's see. Ered Narek Caed Nua. Name bleeds through walls, but Vithrak do not know face, voice. Vithrak see great works. See statue, yes? Master of many things. Master of Adra. Of many voices trapped in stone. The Vithrak points back toward the rest of the caverns. Of things below. Much to admire. Yes, animal is not needing to fight. The creature spreads its arms. Vithrak greets you. Welcome to nest. Animal is keeping peace. What languages were you speaking before? I'll be on my way then.
Yeah?
What do you think I am doing? So, with that in mind... Oh, this is a pathway. Crystal Eaters. Oh hell, get out the big gun.
What?
Get out the big gun. Oh geez, Durance is almost dead. Ah, that doesn't heal you? That's disappointing. Well, if you can't reasonably reach him, pull out the literal gun.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Down you freaking go.
Sure.
What do you suppose that...
Ah, great. More
thing
crystal
is-
eaters, and I don't have my big gun either. Alright, let's get him. Fireball.
What?
Not to look... Aye?
Maru beyond sea.
That seemed to do something.
Not to look...
Ram him.
Slowly dying of poison.
Following your
Oh, another Vithrak. Aloth, focus fire.
Aye?
following your
These under... Damn it.
Wow, how are we not? How are all of us still alive? I honestly don't know.
Hey there.
your turn. Roak turn.
Whew, that was more deadly than I expected. But at least it's done. Wait. Found part of a shattered blade. It isn't much use like this, but perhaps polished stone sphere. Wait, what was the addendum that was added?
Sure. Sure.
These remains are old and brittle, and the scattered fragments along the cavern floor suggest they were dragged here.
Hey there.
Interesting.
I'll take a look.
More stairs. I am intelligence.
Hey there.
Laying low.
I am clearly so incredibly intelligent. Alright, we rest, then we carry on below. Or forward, I guess. Kesteric. You feel a sharp and sudden pain in your head, immediately followed by a harsh and alien voice. Ah! Let's see. Ajik, Talathua, nai, human, adirvasti. The creature makes a peculiar clacking sound before its voice speaks in your mind once more. I name it Trespasser, Killer, Lingerer in the Bright Places. Where is it going? Your leader asked us to collect some Adra samples to help the colony. Sharak asked this? The Vithrak hisses quietly. Of this? You feel a muted wave of thwarted anger. Go then. The Adra men will crush it like a squirming hare, and Sharak will send us once more. Trained Crystal Eater. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be very interesting.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Off we go. So, they were talking about constructs then, stopping their path. Ah, hell. Those things. And we triggered all of them. That's great. Keeps them all calm down. Durance. Huh, that didn't affect all of us this time. Oh geez, I'm about to die. I am dead. Alright, as per usual, focus fire the bastards. I was kinda already down.
Rift. I'll let Margaret try.
Well, Aloth isn't living through this. Just burn him down then. Wait, where the hell did they come from? Well, shit. There must be patrols then. Okay. Well, how do I want to handle this? Do I want to handle this tonight? I mean, been here for a couple of hours now, so it may not be a bad time to stop, see to affairs upstairs, and come back and deal with this later. But by the looks of it, there's some kind of regular patrol then. At least that's what I would assume. Yes. That does seem to be the case. And it seems for the moment, this is the only one we have to worry about.
Kinda stuck over here. Kinda stuck over here.
Cool. Just as I thought, it was a patrol pattern of some kind. So the question is, what triggered this pattern? Oh geez, that's a lot of them. I'm gonna need a big gun. Or at least one of them anyway. Adra Animat, huh? Alright. Bring out the big gun. Wait, why is Durance in the front? That's not a good place for him to be.
Stand still.
These ones are in for a walloping.
As one would hope.
These ones are in for a walloping.
Alright, pull out a fire sword.
Show them how it's done.
Get on!
Take that, suckers. Amazing how much differently battles play out when I have that going for me. Oh shoot, more Adra Adamants. Although it's likely that's the last one. Oh, 2 left? That's not too bad.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
That's helpful.
No way of getting to it? Alright, one of you was. Both of you were. Nice. Spirit. Multiple spirits. Come, help me here. This spirit holds his hands just above the shattered machine, poised as if to pull on some unseen component. Brace there and we will be rid of this one. Each word seems to resolve itself in your mind an instant after it's spoken, as you recall the Nguithan tongue. He waits a moment, evidently for someone to take up position. Pull hard. Now... There! He sags back, wiping his brow. These machines, to think how many souls have felt their touch. And how many of those willing, I wonder. What has happened here? Do not worry. With Caed Nua slain, the rest have shown their true colors. Most have fled. Some scattered into the tunnels, the fools. Come, they've already started sealing the upper floors. We'll be the last out at this rate. Doros means to work some spells under that door. Use Caed Nua's servants against him. What kind of spell? He cannot unmake the door entirely, but he can change his purpose. The oath, you see. If Caed Nua's servants are pledged to his defense, then we shall pledge ourselves to his destruction. The man gives you a fierce grin, turning away, and from one step to another he has faded, only to appear once more beside the machine. You're breaking the machine? It would go faster if we knew what enchantments were upon them. They might as easily be activated as destroyed. Don't worry, I knew what I was doing. Come, they've already started sealing the upper floors. There must be 100 souls affixed to that stone. A punishment, no doubt. Perhaps they'll be pleased knowing that Caed Nua goes wailing to the afterlife.
Sure.
So we're actually closing in on how far Caed Nua got then.
Sure.
Hello? Hello?
Curious. Wonder what we'll end up finding or seeing as events transpire. An Atra Animat. Looks like only one, so we should be able to take it. With a minimal amount of effort, anyway. Ichimak, knock him dead. Do it again.
That's not very helpful.
Well, if there's multiple of us just wailing on him, eventually they fall. This feels like it's gonna end badly. Cave coral. Skein bone. One of these days I'll have to find a use for all that. It looks as if a battle took place here. That's Kana speaking. Oh jeez, that's a lot. Alright, big gun, now. Oh geez, kill that now, kill that now, kill that bloody now. Focus fire before she can do anything else. Excellent. Now rush them.
I'll teach.
Alright, now that we don't have the bottleneck anymore, we'll need to deal with them else otherwise. Just focus fire on for now. See if this does any good. Did something just heal that Adra Animat? Knock this one down if you can. Good, that'll buy us some time. Alright, let's just focus on fast attacks now. Alright, that's that one down. I don't know what caused that Atra Adamant to heal, but you know what? It ain't healing anymore. To think, back on level 7, these things scared me. Whew, there we go. Had to break out a decent amount of the per rest. But you know what?
I shall be discreet.
It allowed us to carry on, so I'm not going to complain. More camping supplies? As if I needed another reason to stay down here.
Show 'em how it's done!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Knock 'em dead.
Can't get a good shot.
Excellent. I'm surprised at how much progress we've made tonight on this.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
I went into this
Is not very.
not expecting to make any progress, really. And yet here we are.
Ogren's fire casts light in dark places.
What do you suppose that pally thing is?
Too late. Gleaming Atra Fragment. Alright, that's one of the things that was needed.
Get up, lad!
Really? This hazy figure is tall and heavily built, and its shifting, indistinct face is turned towards the floor, as if it were deep in thought. You hear a faint murmuring, in the rolling cadence of prayer. From time to time, the spirit seems to sway in place. As you approach, the spirit raises his voice, and you recognize the familiar sound of the Anguithan tongue. And no more shall soul splinter upon the wheel. Hear me, great father. I am pledged against your foes, and the greatest of these is death. The spirit turns its face towards you in a swift motion. For a moment, its features blur, and then resolve into what appear to be a man's visage, its eyes fixed upon you. You are late. Sorry, I was delayed. The spirit turns his face away. They will be here soon, to cast us down, to unmake our work. It's nearly too late. What must we do? He shifts, standing straighter. Are you ready? He raises his hand, and you think you see the glint of metal, though a second glance reveals nothing. They have placed your crest upon the Animat, alongside my own. The Animats? You're going to sacrifice yourself? He shakes his head. Those of faith remain, and we are children of the wheel. Death is not for us. The spirit's gaze slides away from you as you depart. Even as you move away, he reaches out an arm for someone else, smiling. Hello? Our work? If they knew, perhaps they would understand. If they heard the sisters speak. In foreign lands, they leave their madmen to suffer alone, or else cast these same out from their sight. Meanwhile, we have carved ourselves like smooth stones, polished the virtues within us while flensing away the weakness. Is that not just? Is that not kinder than anything that came before us? He shifts, standing straighter. Are you ready?
Yeah?
Laying low.
Curious that.
Nice and quiet.
Curious that. Alrighty, Tamak, you're in first. Oh, jeez. I don't feel like fighting that yet. Let's go explore in this direction first. Do I have my big guns? I do not have my big guns. I do not feel like fighting that yet.
Slow and silent.
You might find this interesting.
Hey there.
Oh hey, level up! It's been a while. That should be fine. Now. Let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. I hope that ends up being worth it.
What do you suppose that bullet's gonna leave a scar? What do you suppose that valley thing is? Hey there.
A really potent trap is what that is. And now it's time to start going down the line, it would seem. A bonus knockdown? I'll take it. Although, is there anything else I want to work on? Field triage doesn't seem the most useful. Yeah, bonus knockdown I think would be the most useful.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to deal with those spirits eventually, aren't I? Oh, look. I am spotted. Alright, as before, focus fire.
I'll teach you. Show him how.
I'm about to die.
Show him how it's done.
Hey there.
Well, at least it wasn't much this time. Is there anything else I want to bait? Apparently not. I say as I'm immediately locked in battle again.
Not even slowing it down.
Can't get a good.
Alrighty. At least these are relatively straightforward. Alright, so grab that. Then you can deal with the Adra Animat in this direction. Fire burning. They targeted Durance? Wonder why.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Another spirit. The spirit stands stiffly at attention, her gaze focused on the end of the hallway. One arm bears up a heavy round shield, though the rippling blur of soul energy obscures what lies upon it. Hello? Her head turns a little. They've passed the Blight Forges. If the Overseers live, we may stop them yet in the chambers beneath. If Count Aberos and his pack of scheming wizards haven't betrayed us. The mob may be on us soon. Better to make peace with whatever god will have you. She pauses, looking at you. Are you afraid? Afraid of what? Indeed. What's to fear at all? She looks away from you. Our own people turn against us. What remains if we are victorious? Who will feed the machines then? I do not fear the battle. I fear what will become of our Lord once we are victorious. What further madness the children of the wheel will pour into his ears. Perhaps he would stop once his son is returned to him. But will they let him? Is this their doing? None of this would have happened if not for them. They have driven our great lord from grief and into madness, pushed him into these deeds. He was a great king. Perhaps he will be again. Come, we'll rally the defense at the steps, funnel them into our blades. While with the animates between us, they won't stand up. The spirits hit gas, wordlessly, mouth agape. She gropes for something at her back, unseen. and takes a listing step sideways, away from you. Her eyes wide, gaze into yours. You... Trey... Her legs buckle, and as she falls, the misty lights which form her shape thin and scatter.
Hey there.
Strange.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Peculiar. Alright, may as well deal with these two. As before, focus fire. How were you not affected?
You're not getting.
One down. Alright. Not easily dealt with, but dealt with.
Hey there.
And given where my health is right now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to the bow. Actually, I can do
Following your lead.
this real quick. That'll give a bit of health back. And then...
Braved out.
Ow. Rush up.
Don't even.
Hey there. Yeah? Sure.
Braved out. Not
Hey there.
There we go. Easily dealt with.
Hey there.
Oh, a ton of Atra animats, huh?
Hey.
E2 Monk. Sacrificial Fox. Huh, only that one got baited into the fight? That's surprising.
Let's end this.
Actually, how much did Kana hit for? Oh. Sorry, the numbers overlapped in such a way that it looked like 163 or some other ridiculous number.
Let's end this.
Well, I don't plan on attacking the other massive spirits until we rest, so may as well have some fun, right?
I'll teach you a lesson.
Gotta have something here that works.
Braved out. Not
Oh, my attacks aren't working.
How it's done.
following your lead.
Can't get a good shot.
Keep at him. Come on. Man, that animat is a terrible shot.
They'll never know I'm here. Hi?
These strange mechanisms have cracked in several places. Yes, and some components appears to have been dismantled. There's no clear means of activating them.
Hey there.
A warhammer?
Mm-hmm.
That's random. Alright, so there's that grouping over there that we'll have to deal with. And there's probably a few animats in here. Attributable. Great. Oh, if it's only one attributable though, we're probably okay.
Dead on.
Knock him over. Oh,
Ready,
just...
Watcher.
That's one way to knock him over. Permanently.
Mm-hmm.
An address shell.
Hey there.
Now it just needs a... now they just need a piece of the crystal. Well. Foul off. Deal.
Hey there.
You can't do it? Alright. With any luck, there won't be any difficulty. Well, actually, it doesn't look like I'll need to come back in here, unless I... Also, what's this? An attack against us? Okay. Very well. A large, ornate, and Gwithan door stands before you. To either side rest large crystals glowing with a faint light. You feel a peculiar change in the air, as if some presence were nearby, yet there is nobody to be seen. You hear a whisper emerging from thin air, from the general direction of the door. It grows in both volume and direction, many voices speaking quietly. In moments it has become a chaotic hiss of voices, each vying to be heard. But as you listen, the voices begin to settle into a cadence, and then into words, a phrase spoken by many at once. Beneath stone and weight of years rests one who would slay death. Who comes to wake him? I am Alinar, rightful lord of Caed Nua. The voices whisper and murmur, and then fade, so swiftly and suddenly that the silence that follows is jarring. Nothing follows. It seems you have been dismissed. I come seeking the master below. Nothing follows. An explorer? No. Examine. Worn smooth by the passage of time, the door bears no obvious means of opening it, beyond whatever enchantment lends its voice. There is no place for a key, nor any handle. It seems you'll have to try something else. Fascinating. I have never heard these words before. Beneath the elderly? No, that can't be right. No, I'm not gonna lie. So, with that in mind, all that remains is what's in this chamber, I suppose. The question is, can we take them on without our big gun?
Let's see what lies this way.
Sure.
In theory, we can lure them over here, using Itumak as per usual. Come and get us. Sup. Hey, some of them split off.
Sure.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Sure.
Well, we got a couple. Well, we got one drawn away by doing that.
Can't move.
Why is Aloth the one being attacked? Or whatever the case may be, make sure he stays up. Alright, one down. Let's see how many more I can get with this method.
Sure.
Okay. Oh dear, I think I may have bit off more than I can chew. Alright, need to mock. Mess with them.
Not like this.
Hey. You're not...
Alright, I guess that's the end of it if I'm up 1 HP. Now we rest.
Hey there.
Alright, so managed to take out 3 more in that group. Let's see who remains. Looks like 2 left. Rush them. Oh, 3 left. Crap. Okay, big gun, now. Oh, jeez, that damage.
Rest up, big guy.
I'll teach you a lesson.
May want to focus fire that. One of them.
I'll get the
Can you knock one over? Nope, you will get knocked over. Okay, fair enough. Understandable. Have a great day.
Sure.
Another spirit. Hatcher has grown into the crevices of these weathered shells like fungus, pushing past stone and copper. A hazy form stands before you. From time to time, the blurring features resolve into what you take to be an elven man. I can't do this anymore. How am I going to explain? How can we possibly give him what he wants? The spirit speaks in quick, hushed bursts of Ingwithan, and shakes his head as if to answer his own questions. He's going to kill me. He's killed so many. Why should he stop here? Who are you? He has brought so many people down here. I hear such terrible things from the upper floor. Even here, these constructs. I cannot sleep. I think sometimes that I will wake and find myself inside one of the animats. Will I even know? Will it not be like waking one day to find myself blind and mute? What does he want? The figure paces a few steps, raising his hands to his temples. What we cannot give him. Even after all this time, there is so much we do not know. He wants his son. The boy he knew, whole and preserved, returned to him. But people, souls, they don't always remember. Who's to say his son will remember being his son at all? Remember his father's face? I've seen mothers forget their children. What are you doing here? I'm hiding. I passed by one of the machines and I couldn't breathe. I was thinking about the work we've done, the things we've seen, how even small deeds can scar the soul. Is mine so ragged? Will Lord Nua's son be grateful when we have torn him from his rest? How could you do all this? I didn't think it would go so far. I didn't know. Od Nua is our liege lord. How can I refuse him? He looks up, startled, looking past you. No, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm only frightened, Daya. I'm sorry. Don't tell anyone, please. Are you still loyal to Od Nua? Of course. I'm a devoted servant. His voice goes high with terror. I didn't mean, please. I never meant that I would ever renounce my oaths. Do you know the way past the speaking door? I know the oath. Of course. We speak it every day. I am servant to Od Nua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. The spirit seems to curl on himself. Sworn. It is only that I fear him. One may fear a lord and obey him still. It is in fact far easier than the alternate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Fun times a freaking bound, apparently. So, don't have any more camping supplies, so whatever we find in here is going to be the end of the stream. I am servant to Od Nua. My sword arm is pledged against his enemies. My soul is sworn to his purpose. Here pass no traitors. You are struck by a sudden lashing arc of energy from the door. It is a sharp, piercing pain, but after a few moments only the memory of it lingers. The voices quiet and fade, leaving you alone. Well, if the... maybe, actually... Let's go back to the quick load so that I don't have to lie. I'm gonna be persnickety about that. Knowing this game, I should be persnickety about that. Okay. I am enemy to Caed Nua. My sword arm is pledged against his followers. My sword is sworn to this purpose. You hear the rumble of stone, and the door slides open. The crystals to either side of it dim, and with the light go the voices, fading first into murmuring whispers and then silence. The path is clear. Oh, I understand now. That was only half of it. Because what they had originally intended, because what Caed Nua had originally intended was eventually subverted by those who came down here to silence him. You have done it! We shall be the first to step beyond these doors in an age.
Sure.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Why do I get the feeling we're not gonna... Whoa. Big gun. Big gun. Alright, the big gun's out. Now I just need to keep myself alive. Wait a minute. Because I got... Oh, it got turned on me. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this today. So the question is... Actually, maybe I could do something similar as before, using Itumak as bait. Because that would buy... me time.
Yeah?
Okay, let's try that again. Itumak, sacrificial fox. Off he goes.
If thou feel not believe.
Dang it. There's a... Okay, with that done.
Yeah?
Rush him. Alright, now we just constantly spam AoE blasts until eventually they fall. That's the plan. Good thing they don't seem to like lightning very much. Ooh, that seemed to do something. More lightning. Oh, that lightning's so useful when it's not trained on us. Ah, shoot, Canna's almost down. Oh, shoot, and now I'm about to die. That's what the healing dude is for. Alright, that one's down. Adair's a big boy, he can take it. Ah, jeez. Rip him to shreds.
Good shot.
Here's a lesson.
Almost there. Almost there.
Hey there.
I wonder how good the axe is that we just found. Edge of Reason. Ooh. All sorts of cool stuff. Edge of Reason belonged to a barbarian from the Deadfire Archipelago who loved the rush of battle. Each strike against his opponent renewed his strength, and each victory only whetted his hunger for further bloodshed. He killed his foes slowly, relishing the ebb and trickle of their life and drawing might from their terror. He grew bolder and more reckless, surrounding himself with enemies to feed upon their collective vulnerabilities. Eventually, he found himself overwhelmed by a mob of combatants, and not even his furious attacks were sufficient to sustain him.
Sure.
Throne. On Nua's throne. And behind it yet more.
I shall be discreet.
Behind it yet more. Well, I suppose a peek on the other side wouldn't hurt. Although, given what happened the last time we descended into a level, we got swarmed by specters. So who knows what we're gonna find. Shh. Looks like a stairwell. Oh, nice. That is very nice. A way back up. 2 levels remaining in in the endless paths of Caed Nua. Just 2 levels left in the basement to explore, and then the real fun will begin. Well, presumably anyway. So, that actually got pretty darn far. I didn't expect to get that far tonight. So, given that...
The keep's coming along nicely.
Let's go ahead and rest. Actually, do I want to take on the nonsense in here, even though I just got back? I mean, the combat encounter probably isn't that big of a deal, but may as well resolve it while I'm here. Oh man. Did not expect to spend as long as I did just digging around in the basement. I'm Gata. I'm a researcher in the field of animancy. I could use some assistance if you're willing to hear me out. I'm looking into the Biowak problem. That is, forces that can unhouse souls from their vessels. I'm trying to develop some kind of defense to protect people against these forces. The trouble is, investigating what unhouses souls in the first place requires, well, souls. I haven't been able to arrange any test subjects. I need your help. We've lost so many people to these Biowaks already. Imagine if we could prevent such things from ever happening again. Perhaps you could use something other than Kith for these tests. I'd be willing to try using alternative subjects if you have a suggestion. There are vessels all over Heritage Hill. I'm sure the people at Defiance Bay would appreciate you thinning them out a little. Yes, but working with vessels can be dangerous. Hire some muscle. This ought to help. That ought to help. It certainly will. Thank you. I'll put the money to good use. With a good team, I'm sure we can gather a few subjects. A cure can't be far away. I see. Level up. Alright, Aloth, what have you got for me? And upgrade mechanics? That's okay. I'll just wait on that. Oh, level 5s. More level 5s. What should I get? Single targets, but well, just considering that you keep getting mauled, that might be more useful. Now. Honestly, this is probably the most important thing I can do for you. It won't prevent paralysis, but honestly, keeping Aloth in the fight is probably the most important thing I can do. Alright, let's resolve this. Actually, first let's quick save, then we resolve it. And then I'll go ahead and call it for the night. And then on Saturday, we will begin on the White March. Easily dealt with. Easily dealt with. As it slowly takes its time to reload.
Better indeed.
Hey there.
Decent equipment. Alright, let's see who I need to replace. Only 2 people? Nice. That should do.
Yeah?
Still clamoring, presumably from that battle, but you know what? That's okay. So, that will be where I end it today. So what are we on right now? 13? Cool. When did I hit my caps lock button? Either way, there we are. That was a good time. Managed to make some progress on the main story, managed to get pretty far down along in the basement, which I'm kind of surprised by, but you know what? I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So, given that, yeah, this was a good session. This was a good session. So, plenty of interesting encounters, plenty of interesting role-playing, some interesting intrigue into what the Leaden Key are up to. So, now, next up, we'll be going in a radically different direction by checking out the White March DLC. With any luck, it'll be an interesting experience for all involved, and it'll get us enough experience to deal with the Craghold Bluffs and everything going on there, because what the hell even is all that? But either way, it should be an interesting time. Should be an interesting time. Until then, thank you all for watching. I hope this has been entertaining for you, to watch me fail and eventually succeed. And I will see you all later. Take care.